Imagine you're stuck in the dark, far from help, with only your will to survive. Floyd Collins had the dream to explore the unknown, but one fateful day, his passion led him into the most terrifying place on Earth. Trapped for 12 days in a cave where hope was fading with every second. His story became a nationwide tragedy. But what did we learn from it? This is not just a story. It is a warning, a lesson, and an inspiration. Imagine a man full of dreams and ambition who dedicated his life to exploring the secrets of the earth beneath our feet. But one day, his dream turned into a nightmare, trapping him in the eternal darkness of a cave. This is not just a story. It is a warning, a lesson, and an inspiration. This is the haunting tale of Floyd Collins, whose name is etched in history as both a hero and a tragedy. Floyd Collins was a daring cave explorer, a man whose name became synonymous with bravery and tragedy. Born in the small town of Kentucky, Floyd's passion for discovering unknown caves took him to the most dangerous places on Earth. But his undying curiosity came at a steep cost. On January 30th, 1925, Floyd embarked on an expedition to explore Sand Cave, a narrow and treacherous cavern in the Rocky Mountains. Little did he know that this journey would become the last chapter of his life. Trapped under the weight of a boulder, Floyd's story captivated the world as rescue efforts turned into a race against time. This is the story of an explorer, a cave that became a grave, and the rescue mission that gripped an entire nation. It is a tale of courage, desperation, and the ultimate cost of chasing one's dreams. The dream of a cave explorer, 250 words, Floyd Collins grew up in the rural landscapes of Kentucky, surrounded by rolling hills and hidden caves. From a young age, Floyd showed a unique fascination for the underground world. While others played in the open fields, Floyd would venture into the dark, uncharted caves near his home. For Floyd, caves weren't just dark and mysterious. They were treasures waiting to be discovered. He believed that every cave had a story, a secret that could change the way people viewed nature. His ultimate dream was to discover a cave so extraordinary that it could become a tourist destination. Sand Cave was one such opportunity. Located in the Rocky Mountains, it was a relatively unexplored and dangerous cavern. But Floyd saw potential in its unique structure. If he could map and make it accessible, it could bring economic prosperity to his family and community. However, Floyd's dream of turning Sand Cave into a source of income came with risks. The narrow passages, unstable rocks, and lack of proper equipment made the cave a death trap for anyone who dared to enter. Floyd, undeterred by the dangers, was determined to fulfill his dream, a dream that would soon lead him to his tragic end. On the morning of January 30th, 1925, Floyd Collins prepared for what he thought would be a routine exploration. He packed his tools, his lamp, and enough supplies to navigate Sand Cave's treacherous depths. The weather was cold, and the ground was slippery, but Floyd's determination overshadowed the risks. Sand Cave was notorious for its narrow passages and sharp, jagged rocks. As Floyd made his way deeper into the cave, he found himself squeezing through spaces barely wide enough to accommodate his body. The air grew colder, and the silence was broken only by the faint sound of water dripping from the rocks above. At one point, Floyd reached a tight passage with a large boulder blocking his path. Determined to move forward, he tried to squeeze past it. But as he moved, His foot got caught under the boulder. He twisted and pulled, but the rock wouldn't budge. Floyd was trapped. Panic set in as he realized the gravity of his situation. His lamp flickered, and the darkness around him seemed to close in. For hours, Floyd struggled to free himself, but every effort drained his energy. The once promising cave now felt like a tomb. By the time Floyd's absence was noticed by his family, precious hours had already passed. The rescue operation that followed would become one of the most talked about events of the 20th century. When Floyd didn't return home that evening, his family grew worried. They alerted neighbors, and soon a small rescue team was formed. The news of Floyd's entrapment spread quickly, attracting volunteers, journalists, and curious onlookers from nearby towns. The rescue effort began with simple tools and ropes. Rescuers tried to enter Sand Cave, but the narrow passages made it nearly impossible to reach Floyd. The cave's unstable structure added to the danger, with rescuers fearing a collapse at any moment. Despite the challenges, they pressed on, determined to save Floyd. Floyd's brother, Homer Collins, took charge of the operation. A skilled caver himself, Homer was one of the few people who could navigate Sand Cave's treacherous terrain. When he reached Floyd, he found him alive but weak. Homer spoke to Flo,